hard is with TLID. I think they definitely are more well suited to actually handle AI esports, and I think that unless you're a team that plays very standard, then you've got higher the AI esports has higher odds of taking you down.
This is very good respect that Team Liquid ID is showing. They're banning out the Gatot and the Hayabusa. So AI esports, the best opener that they can have is the Hylos, but they can't pair the Hylos with the Gatot or the Hayabusa. So Team Liquid ID, they're taking AI esports very seriously. They pick up the Matilda even though the Suyo is open, which shows Fabian is saying, I don't care.
It literally doesn't matter.
Oh, no. I see it. Fanny. Fanny is open.
I mean, both sides are avoiding Suyo right now.
Which is weird. Yeah, esports. Okay.
Yeah, there's no Cho bans as well. The big deterrents are technically out of there. It's only the Hylos and the Aurora. Huh. You're right.
I mean, I'm just saying. Fabian has options. He can still go for his Ling, his signature Ling. Oh, but he actually goes for the Alpha, which is very un-Fabian-like. But at the same time, it's probably because they're trying to make sure that they do this draft well. Alpha, Matilda, and Eve, amazingly strong opener. And does well with what AI Esports wants to do, and AI Esports, they can't afford to pick up the Fredrin. There's no way. So they pick up the Suyo.
So they pick up the Suyo instead. I think in this case, I think I would have liked to see the Bane a little bit more this time around as a way to maybe punish the how heavy Alpha is on the all-in, and even maybe the RWM to cancel it early on. But I think this works out regardless. I am curious to see whether, PS is able to make some mega impact in this game. He's been kind of like out of it in the past series, so maybe this is his comeuppance. Maybe this is where he really shows that he is the best.
Yeah, so now we got to consider what is going to get banned out here. AI Esports should try to work out that they have the priority in the next pick to possibly get a winning lane against Aaron Shiki. Because like you said, Aaron Shiki is amazing in lane, but afterwards, he's also very good in the team fights. Interesting. Team Liquid ID banning out the TLID. So they want to make sure this time their EXP lane gets to play.
Okay, all right. So if that's the case, now we've already gotten rid of like the major problem EXP laners, the Phoveus, the Hilda, and as well as the TLID. What else could they potentially go for at this point? In terms of bans, do they want to consider getting rid of gold lane bans like Beatrix, for an example, for the side of AI? CC for the side of Team Liquid.
Does this mean that Team Liquid ID, they want to pick up something like the Iritel? Like, to be fair, Iritel is quite okay to go out against Team Liquid ID, but I'm not so sure if AI Esports will pick up the Iritel here.
Unless there's like a good reason for it. I feel like they're probably unless...
Wait, actually Team Liquid ID could pick up the Natan.
Yeah.
AI Esports should ban the Natan here or pick it up after this, because Eve, Alpha, Natan, even if Team Liquid ID loses the early game, they have very good defense.
Extremely good defense here. Unless, I mean, it feels more beneficial for TLID to just say, we're not going to touch it whatsoever. No matter what you pick, we have a guaranteed answer other than the Irithel. They might lean into that. Benedetta?
Interesting bans here. Interesting bans. Do you feel like it's an interesting ban here?
I think it's an interesting ban. I think there's no reason to get rid of the Benedetta.
I'm looking at Team Liquid ID to pick up the Natan here. AI Esports pick up the Beatrix, so I'm looking at Natan. And in terms of the EXP, what else is open? Most of the EXPs are banned out, actually. If they're really forced on it, maybe Edith.
I think you just go for Terizla at that point, right? Unless they're worried about that final pick being like something along the lines of X-Borg. Arlet is okay, yeah. Some form of counter engage. I think that Terizla probably fits the build the best. Edith, I think it's okay, but my preference is always going to be Terizla. That's personal bias more than anything else.
Yeah, as long as it's not Uranus. Am I right?
True. Facts. That's big facts. 10 seconds left though. Yeah, I don't have a hard prediction for this one. I think there's a lot of things that do pretty well. Wow, they go glue Bruno.
Yeah, I forgot about glue, but interesting here. They're picking up the Bruno, which does seem like Team Liquid ID, they just want to move fast. They got the Matilda Alpha, and now they have the Bruno as well. This looks like A, B, C, D, end.
Very clear ways of ending the game. Again, a very honest composition. Oh, wait, that's actually kind of interesting. Wait, okay, so now
curveball. Interesting.
So now they can't just take AI Esports head on. Now they have some form of catch as well, which I was worried about. Like, where is AI Esports going to set up for this Beatrix? And I was thinking maybe the Cho, but Franco is an interesting option.
Franco is always depends. If someone asks me, like, is this a good Franco pick? Depends, right? Because you always have to look at Franco as a user experience. If the user is having a good time, then the entire team has a good time. If the guy is like, I can't land my hooks, or my bloody hug keeps getting interrupted, then it feels like a 4v5. I gotta be honest with you, Gideon. Franco players either look godly or not godly. There's no in between.
Yeah, as soon as he throws out the iron hook, he just stops being a hero for the next, like, I don't know, 12 seconds, roughly around that time. It's, I think it's interesting on the assumption he hits some pretty gnarly hooks. I think that's the only way they can really disrupt TLID's overall tempo in this game. I think the only other place that they could play from maybe is through the Suyo, but even so, it's pretty dependent on pressure, and I think that right now that's what they're lacking, because the one thing that's great about the Franco is that he can find picks, but he's terrible at pushing waves.
The other way that he can approach this is like, okay, Fabian jumps in, I catch Fabian, you guys kill Fabian, but I don't know. I kind of feel like Team Liquid ID, they have a lot of firepower that even if Fabian does get caught, it's not the end of the world. So I feel like that's also going to be quite a big problem for this one. And yeah, esports, they're looking forward to go to the late game because looking at the build coming in from Alita, very aggressive. Thrill as well as Weapon Master.
Yeah, and that's not all. From Team Liquid ID side, a lot of their side laners just want to win the lane, like really hard. Aran is going Impure Rage. We're seeing that even Aaron Shiki going for Master Assassin to almost guarantee the victory here. So he doesn't mind just getting shoved in. It works out for him even better.
Yeah, and now Aaron Shiki is making sure that Alita is going to have a hard time farming. But the thing about a Beatrix is the Beatrix will always have the worst way that Beatrix farms the lane is okay. Right? You have a lot of long-range options for you to actually secure it. Now, the Franco moves in.
It's not going to find much here.
Doesn't get it.
Yep, doesn't get it, but now instantly ganked upon. Black has to use his flicker. Oh, what? Aaron Shiki getting real lucky with the crits there right at the very end. Is going to try, at the very least, he's canceling Alita, forcing him to stay in that lane. If not, he misses out the entire wave. So really good stuff from Aaron. But in the mid lane, Yingen as well as PS going to have to try and get out of the scenario where they get locked down by Aran. Whitey is still nearby, opens up. Iron Hook doesn't connect just yet, but the Soul Bloom does. Still, Aran not making it easy for him to move at all as the RWM finds one, looks for PS. PS still able to secure it, has to go away, but Whitey flickers forward to try and catch up to him. And it looks like unable to punish him even further.
So far, honestly, both teams feel relatively good there. Less so for Team Liquid ID because Fabian was taken down and AI Esports was able to actually grab the turtle. But the fact that PS survived that, yeah, okay, never mind. It's good for AI Esports. The only thing that deters me a little bit is that Team Liquid ID has the goal advantage. And Black, I'm assuming that this is going to be a... Oh, hold on.
Oh, wait for it. He's going to eventually get out of the CC. Nope, I take that back. Ying, unfortunately, could not get anything down other than the glorious pathway. A clean chain CC coming in from TLID.
That's not good for AI Esports because Ying is going to be their main front line. Because Black, I'm assuming that he's going for the Winter Crown Fleeting Time build where there's no defense on this Franco. It's really hooks or nothing.
That could be a dangerous bet to play, but I think it might just be one of their better outs. Aaron Shiki Still
Did
gets
Aaron Cheeky get it? Who got it?
I don't think he got it, but I definitely think he paid a bit of a price, even if he did. Regardless, Alita is still a level ahead of him, and Whitey, and Fabian, they just got spotted by Black, and now they're just hugging walls, trying to keeping as much distance away as possible.
Yeah, AI Esports right now, hold on, Black is going to get targeted, but it looks like Black is going to be fine. The hook isn't going to land. All is good. Team Liquid ID, they're just slowly accumulating farm because nothing much is going on, but the gold difference is actually growing. Team Liquid ID hit 1,000 difference just now, and now fighting for this turtle, AI Esports is in a bit of a disadvantage because the Franco might not be offering much. If he's able to get a good catch, then AI Esports got it for sure, but it's a if. It's not even a win, it's a if.
It's a pretty big if, and that's why TLID are bringing in the full force, the whole squadron, as they jump into the middle of that fight. Glorious Pathway is going to slow down the initial push. Here comes Spear of Alpha as the Bloody Hunt comes on through. Fabian in a lot of trouble, gets shredded down as Yehezkiel finally gets the RWM. Now, it's a 3v4 scenario. Not ideal for TLID, but the Iron Hook connects onto Yehezkiel, forcing the flicker. Frigid Breath comes out, and Aaron Cheeky just does not have enough damage to finish off the other remaining members of AI.
Looking at the reaction of AI, even they're like, bro, you got that? Even they're like, oh, we were not ready for you to land that hook, not gonna lie.
I mean, it snuck its way through a little bit. I don't think most people were expecting the angle to come from there. At this point, it's great. At least we're seeing that AI Esports is putting up one hell of a fight.
Let me just say, get in the storyline. If AI Esports win this one, a lot of social media posts will be coming up where the champions of MPL Indo is not doing well. I'm not asking for it to happen, but just imagine we live in a world where that could happen. And AI Esports might be the new hero coming in from Myanmar, where they're looking very strong. I'm very impressed with AI Esports so far.
Something about the off-season, am I right?
Yeah, something about the off-season for sure.
They're going to be opening up Bennett's Rage. Ooh, it's straight away. Getting hit by the Bloody Hunt. Aaron Cheeky does take out Black as Alita trades out against the round, but this RWM is not letting Ying get out of there. PS tries to get in with the Blade Surge, does not find his connection just yet. Whitey, he's got to be careful. He can't be too far up. He may be able to sustain all through the damage, but worst yet, he doesn't have the health pool to keep himself alive.
Right now, AI Esports, they're looking good for two reasons. Alita as well as PS hasn't really been punished at any point of the game. Sure, Alita has been ganked a few times, but the fact that Alita is 2-0-1, this is looking very good, because especially considering Alita is the one that wants to farm. So if he's not being pressured all that much, eventually he will win out. It's Aaron Cheeky that wants to get the early lead.
I don't know. PS is making some very bold claims. Ooh. Literally 1 HP, about to die, somehow survives that entire engagement where he honestly shouldn't be in the front of Alpha in the first place. But now, losing that pressure means that this turtle should fall into the hands of Team Liquid ID without any issues as a trade back. AI Esports, great macro call.
Yeah, what AI Esports want to do, Gideon, is not to lose more than 2,000 gold, because 2,000 gold is a very big threshold where Team Liquid ID can just force fights, and AI Esports really doesn't want that. A team that has a Franco, you want the team with the Franco to start the fight, not the one to follow up.
Well, Vengeance being popped by Blue, but unfortunately can't get out of this death trap here. Just stuck in the chains. And Team Liquid ID pushing back will be able to secure a bot tier 1 off of that regardless, but wasn't worth it. 5-5 so far, dead even gold.
I would say it's worth it because it's one of those casualties where you didn't plan for. Oh, Weedy wants someone here.
Well, he tries to go for the flicker, circling Eagle on towards the Ying side. Checks the side brush. Interesting. Checks the side brush just in case. Loses out his flicker for it, which I'm not okay with.
Yeah, I'm guessing he figures out that if he goes for Ying, high chance, even if TLID gets a kill, they will trade a kill, which is not what you want, especially when the goal difference is not that big. So honestly, I can respect it because Alita and Lina is there. I can see a world where Fabian gets killed, so at that point you cut your losses. I lost my flicker, my bad, but at least we don't lose any members.
That is fair. As they continue to try and control over, have some form of control over that mid wave, I think that Lina is making it kind of difficult, right? It's just cutting off the angles may not necessarily be hitting every single stun, but good enough to force TLID to rethink their approach.
Right now, Fabian on this alpha so far hasn't been really been impactful so far. And I think it is mostly AI Esports also understand the draft where AI Esports loses draft where Team Liquid starts first. And AI Esports wins fights if AI Esports start first. So this really is about trigger finger discipline and whoever gets the first engage.
Well, let's see. It's about that push and pull, and Glorious Pathway's already out. Glacier's all. Oh, the Iron Hook pulls! PS all the way! Oh my goodness. Sorry, Aran all the way underneath the turret. He is out for the count at the cost of Revitalize, and as well as 3 very big ults. RWM, Spear of Alpha, and as well as the Circling Eagle are still all available. Alita doesn't really care, has multiple ults whenever they swap their weapons. And now they're just trying to hold this Lord hostage for as long as possible. The odds are not in their favor, and YD is trying to bait out a reaction. PS secures the Lord as they get into the middle of that fight, dodges it with the help of the guiding winds, doesn't get locked down by the Frigid Breath. Nicely done by TLID, but they do end up losing a Lord.
Yeah, I gotta say, we were talking about Franco either looks good or not good. This is, rarely do we see in the middle. Personally, for me, I would say it's not impactful. It's just that AI Esports really play around the Franco very well. They understand they don't have a roamer that starts fight in a traditional way. So I like the way that AI Esports adjust the way they team fight based on this Franco pick.
And now let's see whether or not he's going to be able to hit another one here. He's baiting it out. Naron Chiki is worried, but he also knows that Black has already showed himself. That's going to be a free orange buff for Alita, as the rest of the members from TLID are getting sniffed out by Ying.
Right now, Ying so far has been a very reliable frontline, 1, 3, and 5. Even if he dies, it's okay. The fact that he's able to... Oh, another hook.
Yeah, another one into the Bloody Hunt, into another full combination. No chance to survive, to always turn this into a 4v5. And Team Liquid ID, they just back away. What can you do about that?
Now I changed my mind. Is Franco is a good pick because so far he's been hitting Aran and now he hit Fabian. That's good. Now you have pressure. Now you have control. Now you get 2 turrets. That's a big trade. Team Liquid ID, they're sweating at this point.
I think it's starting to slip from underneath their, slipping it between their fingers at this point. The shots are looking good. The combinations are very clean. I do think that they overcommit on how much they actually need to throw at somebody, but hey, might as well get the extra security, right?
Yeah, Esports so far has been kiting tremendously well. Right now, Black is just waiting for those hooks, man. Witty now has the Enchanted Talisman, so he can start being a little bit more aggressive, where he has more cooldown time. Oh, Aran starts to fight.
Oh, okay, but the Iron Hook doesn't connect onto anybody of relevance. Aran still tries, pulls back. Oh, so very close. Almost taking Aran out. At the very least, they're able to protect themselves. With the help of the Flask of the Oasis coming in from YD, they're going to heal back up to full. They're going to call some recall. They're also going to get a couple of recalls down, because they did lose Ying's Revitalize, but you could just see both teams just continuously pushing and pulling against each other.
I gotta say, Aran needs to check his pockets, because he looks like he has a magnet. He's been getting this Franco hooks, Beatrix snipes, quite a lot. As a frontline, it's fine, but at the same time, how do they keep getting him?
Yeah, I think it's every time he uses...
Even the Suyo bow and arrow was able to hit him.
Yeah, I don't think he minds the bow and arrow as much as he minds the hook. I think it really comes down. He drops off first skill. As soon as he uses the second, that's when you expect to see the engagement. Here we go. Lina waiting for the time. Frigid Breath is going to lock them down, but with the Circling Eagle, it slows down their retreat. Around with the split, wants to get on top of Ying, and Ying knows. He just walks into the blender. He knows what's about to happen. As Around hops on towards Lina's side, Frigid Breath into the Hailstorm as well. Do they have enough damage? They should. Oh, Vengeance being popped as well. Really so close. Almost saving his boy. Unable to close the distance in time as a full retreat is called by TLID.
Yeah, Esports is controlling this game, Gideon. I gotta tell you. They trade EXP for EXP, except they get the Lord. This is big. This is huge. And it looks like I was wrong. Black is actually going for a defensive build, not going for the cheeky build of having a winter crown as well as the fleeting time. I like this build a little bit more, but either ways, right now looking at the gold difference, especially on the gold lane, not big of a difference, which is actually quite bad because Beatrix, in my personal opinion, does more damage than the Bruno.
Yeah, but at this point, I think that even Bruno, I am curious to know whether with this Malefic gun, does she range equally to Bruno at this point, auto for auto? We'll find out in just a little bit here. Ideally from Nibiru, I would like to imagine, but at this point, Iran just trying to control the space as much as they can as they deal with the waves one by one. Ying could have an angle here, drops down the glorious pathway, gets zoned out by Iran, not letting them through to their back line. Iran just being the Guardians, the RWM is thrown out. Bennett's Rage 2 as the back line gets knocked up by 3 with the help of Whitey, but PS so far doing a good job at just peeling back. Oh my goodness, Whitey explodes, disappeared into oblivion, taking the apathy, and all 3 of them get swept up by the Spear of Alpha. They just have to fight this out. Aaron Shiki healthy the entire time.
What?
Gets one shot by PS. It wasn't even close.
Bro, did you see that? Because I kind of didn't. He went in. Aaron Shiki had HP and dude.
And then he just
people say late game Suyo is no big deal. Bruh. I mean, excuse me, but bruh.
That just felt unfair. TLID, on the other hand, you could see that Alita was just hitting some really great shots in the middle of that engagement. And I thought at this point, this is where it's all over. But I was so wrong about that. PS, absolutely shredding.
Boom.
God, where'd he go? Where'd he go? So one Soul Sever. Blade Surge into Soul Sever, he was gone.
That was technically like 3 attacks. But those 3 attacks happened so fast, it felt like 1. I'm pretty sure even Aaron Shiki is like, excuse me, what just happened?
Ah, dude, when you thought TLID finally broke out of the curse, broke out of the matrix, AI Esports just reel him back in. They just see the Black Cat twice once more. This is really tough now. I am curious whether or not he did. Oh no, there wasn't. I didn't see the Sky Piercer proc. The little symbol that you get whenever you
I don't think he has Sky Piercer. No, I don't think he has it.
It's just traditional build, BO, Hunter Strike, BOD, Malefic Roar, Vorax, all the good stuff.
Yeah, probably Vorax, yeah. And now Black is just waiting for a situation where he can catch someone. But Team Liquid ID, they understand the Franco pick as well, because a lot of Francos in MPL Indonesia, so they know that they have to start a fight somehow. They're just not sure which angle they want to go through.
Here's the conceal, Fabian. He does secure it, but at what cost? Aran, immortality already broke. He has no vengeance here. PS tries to get out of the RWM, but it's too late. Black ends up going down. 2 for 1 in favor of TLID here, and they are eager to win this. Aaron Shiki going as far forward as he possibly can, even popping the Winds of Nature as Alpha finds the back line, forces out 1, but Alita still alive, outplays it. Oh my goodness, Alita gets to live, backline ends up trading 2 for 3 when I thought that this was a convincing victory from TLID. As they're looking for the end game, Alita completely outranging, can't even see those projectiles coming from the edge of Whitey's screen.
This is impressive coming in from TLID. They almost made this comeback happen. The only reason why they couldn't was PS outplaying Fabian at the end there. AI Esports really need to start showing respect towards this Alpha, because once he catches you, he sticks onto you and you're gonna die. Alita and PS, they're working overtime here, Gideon. They have to dish out damage, but they have to survive at the same time, because you can feel it. You just know the moment PS goes down, the moment Alita goes down, it's over. It's GG. Aaron Shiki will deal damage uncontested.
Yeah, I think so far, like, as much as I want to believe that Yehez's kill is going to be the key of cracking open this game, it's been really tough to find an effective RWM. And getting chunked out by Aurora like that doesn't help it.
Yeah, imagine if he got hooked as well. Now he has the Winter Crown because he's like, okay, you know what? Maybe something bad is gonna happen. I just taste it, and it tastes very fishy. No, it tastes very icy.
I'm not entirely wrong about that. I definitely think that there is some genuine... Oh, the Iron Hulk connects, but the Purify comes immediately after. Spear of Alpha as well. Bennett's Rage is going to chunk out Fabian as Glorious Pathway gets laid out to slow him down. A good snipe coming in from Alita puts him out of his misery, but now we're in the problem scenario as Aran can't seem to get away from them. PS finally gives up that chase. Yehez kill, able to slowly poke him out.
This is just the first game, but this is a banger of a fight. It's 18 minutes for now, but it doesn't feel like 18 minutes. Like every minute, something is happening. Something is happening. Someone is trying to do something. Someone is trying to execute someone, and it was good on Aaron Shiki. Like, it was impressive that Black got Aaron Shiki in the first place, but he had Purify, and he was able to get out of a sticky situation. Fabian tried to counter-engage, which he has been doing all throughout this game, and that has been the reason why Team Liquid ID has been winning this fight. But somehow, Alita got the snipe in, take down Fabian, and then after that, we can see Team Liquid ID not having the best amount of confidence to continue the fight, especially with the Lord being so close to getting up. Now that the Lord is here, this is going to be make it or break it for both teams.
Yep, let's see how they're going to play it out. Remember, the TLID still has the RWM, which is a powerful tool in these types of fights. It's about controlling space, and both teams are going to have to do their best. Fabian is able to sustain, but they need to push out that mid lane first. Top side looks like there's a slow push accumulating that somebody must address, and AI Esports might just send PS, but in the meantime, Lord's getting low. Alpha gonna engage him with Spirit of Alpha straight away. Frigid Breath into the Glacier as well. RWM right at the very edge to ensure that PS can't get away from it, but it completely zones out the back line. And now, with the power that they have, one more time a Spirit of Alpha to actually connect, and they make it through a double kill for Aaron Shiki and a Lord in their hands.
Fabian played a different role there, Gideon. Instead of the carry, he became the tank. He initiated a fight, and he pulled the attention of everyone, and during that moment, that Winter Crown was able to basically nullify most of the damage coming in from AI. That small thing really changed the course of this game.
It has, and now inhibitors have started to begin to fall. Unless Aaron gets one shot here somehow, then I think it might just be over. They need two of their members. They're going to go for the full dive coming in from Weedy. He does use that Winter Crown to protect himself. No waves. They call for one more as Fabian overextends. RWM right at the very edge as they're looking for that crystal. They need to break that crystal, and they do get it just in time to close out game number 1.